Okay, we are back, and it looks like Pete Thomas, Pilot Flying J's health champion, is on the line. Hey, Pete, are you there?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Hey, great. Good to hear from you again.
Absolutely. Good to talk to you as well.
Are they wearing you out at Matt's?
You know, we're not worn out of here at Matt's yet, but we will be. I love it anytime I get a chance to come in and meet with professional drivers. And so we're going to be doing lots of great stuff here at Matt's, celebrating the professional driver. You've already heard from Mike, and so it's just going to be a great couple of days here, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a blast. I mean, you guys are going to be just, pretty busy with everything going on at the booth. So,
Absolutely.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your role as the health champion for Pilot Flying J?
Yeah, I've gone through my share of health struggles, and so Pilot Flying J recognized that I had been able to overcome some of those health struggles and really keep the weight off for over 9 years. For any of the listeners out there, I was on The Biggest Loser for 62 days back in 2005 and lost 83 pounds in that time, and then went home and lost 102 pounds at home for 185 pounds total, and been able to keep that off for about 9 years. And so
that is awesome.
Thank you. And the thing that I love the most is now I've been able to share with, for instance, the professional driver, some of the things that I know about keeping the weight off and about being healthy. And so we're sharing that information here at Matt's. We invite anybody to come by our booth and meet me. But we've got some great things here at the booth and online so that we can celebrate the professional driver.
Well, let me ask you a question. Tell me about the 3 M's, mind, mouth, and muscle. I say that if you're going to be successful at health and wellness, you really have to master these 3 M's. It's master your mind, manage your mouth, and multiply your muscle. So when it comes to master your mind, I want every professional driver out there to think about that in this way. What's the most valuable piece of equipment that you have? What's the most valuable thing that you have that takes care of your family and allows you to send your kids to school to put food on the table? It's not the truck. It's you. And so you as a person, you as an individual, you have to be healthy. You have to put the right fuel into you if you're going to really be able to get across the road, get along the road, and deliver goods to the rest of America. And so it's really important that you look at yourself in the right light. So when it comes to mastering your mind, you have to set the goal to be healthy. You just can't say, whatever happens. We actually have to think about being healthy. We have to pay it attention just like we pay attention to our rigs. And so that's the first thing. That's really, really important. Give it focus, right? You got to focus on
Absolutely. You got to get focused. You have to have a team. If you go to pilotflyingj.com/health, then you get some education to go along with that. So motivation and education, those things go hand in hand, and we want the professional driver to know that we at Pilot Flying J, we support you, we celebrate you, we've got tools available for you. We've heard you. We've listened to the professional driver who's asked for healthier options, and we've put those healthier options in the Pilot Travel Center. And so now it's just up to the driver to make those choices. And the choices aren't for us. The choices for the actual driver. So that at the end of a long work week or 6 weeks, whatever it is out on the road, you can go home and you can spend quality time with your family. You can be with the people that really matter in your life. And so we're supporting the driver in that.
Okay, now you covered the 3 M's. Now I've got the 3 F's.
Yeah. Yes. And so part of those, and one of those M's deals with managing your mouth. You got to learn how to eat right in any environment, and that's where we talked about the 3 F's. So when I'm out and about, and I live in Ann Arbor, so I've got a couple of Pilot Travel Centers right by me down on Baker Road. Every time I go in, I'm going to have what I call the 3 F's, a fluid, a filler, and a feast. So my fluid is going to be the best coffee on the interstate, of course, and then my filler is going to be a salad or something like that, and maybe even some nuts to go along with it. And then the feast is just going to depend on what's there, what PFJ restaurant is there, or what can I get from the deli. If I'm eating at one of the restaurants, I'm going to get, for instance, from a Subway, I'm going to get the oven-roasted chicken sub. If I'm eating there at the deli, I'm going to get a deli sandwich. I'm going to mix those different things in, but I have that at every single time that I go to Pilot Flying J, a fluid, a filler, and a feast at every single location. They give me the option to make the healthy choice, and now we're also sharing that with the professional driver. We've got what's called Pete's Picks, and driver, the professional driver can go out and pull this down from the internet, or you can come to the booth if you're here at Matt's. You can go to pilotflyingj.com/health, and you can look at that information. And we're just trying to help the driver out here.
Well, you're all doing a great job. Definitely, pilots are doing a great job for the trucking industry. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the 10-minute trucker tune-up? I know you're
absolutely.
Is that what you're doing at the booth?
You're on top of it. So the third M is really to multiply your muscle. And for this, what has really happened is the internal wellness team there at Pilot came up with some things based on driver feedback. And so we started off with this thing called a functional fitness for road warriors. Really what it is, it was a book of exercises that the average professional driver could take and use. And we've got feedback, and we followed up on that and responded to the driver. They said it was just a little bit too big. So what we came up with was a flip card booklet. And this flip card booklet, it really has a bunch of different exercises in it. We call it ABC. So you can do an above-the-waist exercise, a below-the-waist exercise, and some cardio. You can do it right there on the side of your truck. In 10 minutes, get your heart rate up, get some exercise in, whether you're waiting for your load, waiting for your truck to fuel up, whatever it is, we've got the tools there for you. So, yeah, those are really the 3 M's. Manage your mouth. Get some of this information and education. Master your mind. Get some of this information and education. Manage your mouth. Use the tools that we have available for the driver to eat healthy in every particular PFJ travel center, and then multiply your muscles. Use the tools that we give you. The 10-minute trucker tune-up is one great example to really enable you to go along the road and be as healthy. We want you to be in better shape than your truck. We really do. We want you to be around here forever, so if we can.
Well, why don't you tell me what Pilot's role at MATS is and how you're involved? I mean, is it just, are you just kind of hanging out there just doing workouts, or is there more to it?
Here at MATS, the great thing is I really get to interact with with all the different truckers and the professional drivers and their families. So as they go about to different places, of course, this is just an amazing, amazing place to see everything that's available in the trucking industry. But, of course, as we've said, the most important thing in the industry is the actual professional driver. So when you get a chance to come by the Pilot Flying J booth, of course, we've got the little giveaways like everybody else. But you get a chance to interact with me and the rest of the team. We'll talk to you about health and wellness and about making sure you're staying healthy. And then we really want what Michael Arnett said. We want you to segue over to the Road Warrior program. We want you to nominate your favorite professional driver. And so we're going to have a professional driver giveaway at the end of the year. We're giving away $10,000. And so you nominate your favorite driver from now through October 31st. 2014, and then by the end of the year, we'll be able to give away that $10,000. So for us here, and the way I look at it, it's all about celebrating the professional driver here at Pilot Flying J. We know the industry, America wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for the professional driver, just because of all the work that the driver does. So we just appreciate the driver so much, and this is our way of showing it. Well,
we certainly appreciate that because, the trucking industry or the truckers, they are who moves America, and we none of us could do anything without them. So that is very important.
You're absolutely right. Yep.
And I hope you, I hope you get to connect with some of the truckers that are at the show that might not go into pilots or something, or maybe they go into pilots but they don't really know about what you all are providing. And you being there. Is an awesome, it just makes it available. You're available.
Absolutely.
They can see you. Your presence you're a big presence. You've got a great, you're enthusiastic about it, and it's, it shows through. But Pete, listen, I've got someone else who wants to talk to you. And, I'm going to bring on Dr. Bud Harris.
Hey, Dr. Bud Harris.
Hey, Dr. Bud, are you there?
Hey. Yeah, I am. I've been listening to one of my mentors, Pete Thomas, and I love it.
Hey, Dr. Bud, how are you? Great to hear from you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, we're doing awesome out here. We're just kicked off the 6th Truckers and Triathletes season here at the Shamrock Run, and we got tons more success stories we were going to share. And
that's awesome.
Miss you guys, but yeah, like I said, Pete is. Next to Tony Robbins, Pete, in my books, has a PhD in success. in results.
Well, thank you so
agree.
much. Thank you so much. You know, Dr. Bud is really one of those examples of a couple of my principles. I believe that if you're going to accomplish any dream, you need to have a great team. And Dr. Bud is one of those guys. He's really out there on the front lines with truckers. And so by pulling them together in a team and encouraging other truckers to get engaged, to get involved for their own health, it really makes all the difference to have a team of people around you. And so if you think about what it takes to participate in a triathlon, if you're going to get not just a trucker, anyone, I've done 2 triathlons. I would have never done any of them at all if I did not have a team around me. And so Dr. Bud is just a living example of what it is to have a great teammate and a mentor for truckers. And so I just applaud him and all the work he's done. And he's worked with Pilot, and he's just a great guy. He's doing great work.
I think you both are doing great work, and I'm going to keep Dr. Bud on. We'll give him a couple minutes to talk about his T2T. And Pete, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure talking to you as always. Pete Thomas
Absolutely.
is the health champion for Pilot Flying J.
Absolutely. Great talking to you as well. And again, we just want anybody to know if they want to reach us, get more information about the healthy options, healthy choices, or any of the exercise materials that we have, you can always go to pilotflyingj.com /health or /Pete. Either one will give you that information.
Okay.
Thanks,
now you got to get back to that booth and start pulling
Absolutely.
people in, right?
I'm heading back now. Good talking to you, Dr. Bud.
Thank you, Pete.